So I just saw a video of this man. He was hurt, trying to figure out why the wicked and the rich prosper, but the decent people are always stepped on. You can find all of this in Psalm 73. Be not foolish of the wicked and their prosperity. This world is a test for all. Even though they have all these things and they have all this money, it's all a test to them too. They might not realize it, but that's what it is. We always go through trials all the time. There's tests, there's challenges that we have to face every day. We can reach the top. Next thing you know, we back at the bottom. Reach the top again, back at the bottom. It's always the same routine. But we have to realize that we're being molded into a higher self, into a better version of ourselves. We have to go through these tests and trials in order to reach a level to be closer to the Most High. Now, this man was crying, trying to figure it out. He couldn't figure it out, but I'm sure he'll get to it eventually. He's like, why do I have to be broken to be closer to God when I'm already close to God? But why do I got to continue to be broken? Because it's always the heart of every man and woman. It always starts with a person's heart. Now, you can do a lot of good works. You can do good deeds. You can have a good mindset, but everything starts with your heart. You start to sin in heart first before you actually do anything physically. The heart is the one thing that must be molded and corrected more than anything else about you. Without checking your heart, without going through your trials, it's just no use. We are a work in progress. Rome wasn't built in a day, and the process of you reaching a higher self, that's not going to happen in a day either. So you have to keep on going and going, get broken down and reshaped and built to a better you. Now, when it comes to the rich and the wicked, they don't go through these trials or none of this stuff like we do, because the devil already has them in his back pocket. The devil doesn't attack those he already has. The only thing he can do is continue to give them the riches, the fortunes, the luxurious life, to keep them blinded, to keep them in that trance. You see, they always want more and more and more. The rich, the wicked, they're greedy. They always want more, more, and more, because they have a void in them that cannot be filled. You, sir, on the other hand, we have the light. We have what they don't have, what they struggle to obtain. What we have is worth a lot more than the riches and the money of this world. And a lot of people out there would also say that that's BS. Like, y'all really don't understand and get this. This is what this world is. It's a gigantic playing field. It's a gigantic test for everybody. You never want to be jealous or envious of anybody rich, famous, powerful, whatever. You never want to do that, because all their blessings don't come from the Most High Father in heaven. It all comes from the devil. Now, why would you be jealous of somebody who's getting blessed by the devil? The devil's blessings, they'll last a little bit, but as soon as it starts to go away, the person that is doing the wicked deeds, they have to continue to do more in order to get blessings from the devil, in order to get more riches, and in order to get more of a luxurious lifestyle. They have to continue to stay in sin so they can get those blessings from the devil. I remember when I was in the entertainment network, I was hanging around people who idolized the devil. Now, I don't judge people. If what they do is what they do, it's not my business. But the longer I hung around these people, the more I started to see that things were starting to fall into my lap too. Even though I was doing, bad things that I was not aware of, I didn't know that really made the Most High upset. I did not know at the time, but when I was doing it, I would get these blessings out of nowhere, and they would just drop in my lap. And when I got them, sometimes I would feel like I don't even deserve this because I don't know what I did to even get all this stuff. Like, how did I get all this stuff? Looking back at it, I realized that I was falling into something I didn't want to be in. But now, when I turned my life over, turn over a new leaf, preaching the word, the gospel, and following God and trying to stay grounded and stay close to him, that's when I started getting attacked by the devil. You know, all these misfortunes, all these trials, all this trouble, all this stuff that just keeps happening randomly, it just constant attack. That means that you're on the right track. If you are not being attacked spiritually at all, then the devil has you. But if you are being attacked, the devil does not have you. Like I said, the devil does not attack people he already has. You know, God once came to me in a dream and he told me people can change. That's all he said. The thing is, I'm like, yeah, I realize people can change because if I can, so can everyone else. Everyone in the world has the potential to make a difference with their own lives. But when it comes to the wicked and the rich, they don't want to let go of all that stuff because they also know that if they try to, the devil is going to attack them and come after them. And that's just something they cannot handle. They won't be able to withstand these trials and tests that we go through. You can also see that a lot of people who have all the money and everything material wise, you see that they also can be jealous of the people who don't have any of those things. They're not jealous of us. They're jealous of the light that we carry. They're jealous that we have a personal relationship with God. That's something they don't have. As much as they want it, they would have to give up all the money and the luxurious lifestyle in order to get it. They don't want to do that. So I'm telling you, do not be envious and jealous of the rich and wicked, man. Never be jealous and envious of them because we have something they don't have. That's 100 times worth more than everything that they own. In Psalm 73, read it. Read that chapter because it'll tell you about the prosperity of the wicked. It's all there. You read that, you'll get it. And if you don't get it, just go out somewhere to be alone, be by yourself, get away from all the noise that's around you so that you can have some space and time to think and focus and put your mind at a standstill. Be still for a moment and open your mind up and it'll come to you. I promise you. Everything that you don't understand, if you're having problems understanding, just go somewhere where there's no noise, there's nobody around you to bother you, there's nobody to interfere with your peace or try to disturb your peace. You have to be alone somewhere to where you can talk to God and where you can have a better understanding on why this world is the way it is. The decent, good people are being stepped on every day while the whole world just favors the scumbags. And then God will give you the answer. The closer you get to God, the stronger you build your relationship, he'll answer every question that you have for him. The thing is, he does not like it when people ask him for material wealth. He doesn't like when people ask him, hey, Father, can I hit the lottery? Father, I need to hit the lottery. I need to get the numbers. That's not something that he wants to hear. He wants to hear you ask him for knowledge and wisdom. He wants you to ask him to put you on the right path, to guide you on that straight and narrow to where he is. That's what he wants people to ask. But the thing is, like, people today are really asking him for wealth, for asking to hit the lottery. That's not something he wants to hear. You want to get closer to him? Why don't you give up something for him? What is something that you put before God? Something that you do every single day, every time you wake up, every time you go to sleep. You do all, or you say something, whatever it is, you do it before you even talk to God. You even thank God. Like, what is that? You give that up for him, then he'll talk. Anything less, he's not interested. Everyone has a different journey, but I'm just laying this down on how I got closer to him and how any question I have, he answers. He answers. And the thing is, people are like, well, you can't even see God. Like, it's imaginary, blah, blah. No. Like, even though I can't see God, I know for a fact God has done more for me than anybody else in this world. He's done more for me than my parents, than my relatives, than friends, than associates, than my job, than anybody. I have not met one person in this world, or know one person in this world, that has done more for me than someone I can't even see. But I know he's around. I know he exists. I talk to him like a regular person, and I make him laugh. That's one thing that the Father really loves about me. He loves that I can make him laugh. If you're out there and you're worried about what's going on with the wicked, the rich getting everything, and you're being stepped on and you're being broken constantly, that is just you being molded to be a better, higher version of yourself. That's all that is. Now, a lot of it's not for the weak. It's really not, man. Not too many people can handle it, but you're a warrior. You're all warriors. Before I close this up, I want to add this to the pot, and this is going to be it. When you get close to him, like very, very close, what's going to happen is your life is going to play out before your eyes. And I don't mean that as a metaphor or anything. It's literally going to play out in front of you. You know, that you hear about them saying your whole life flashes before your eyes as soon as you die. That might be true, but it also can happen while you're still alive. So when your life flashes before your eyes, you're going to remember everything, good, bad, the ugly, everything. He's going to play out everything that you've done, and you have to have some remorse in everything bad. And you should feel bad about all the wrong that you've done. If you don't, I don't know what's going to happen if you don't. But when it happens, accept it and correct it. That's the words. That's what I'm saying. Accept it and correct it. He's going to show you everything. And you're going to feel bad about yourself. He's going to show you, like, you've done all these things, and yet I'm still calling you. I'm still here for you. I still look out for you. I still do all these things for you, even though you have been in the wrong. And that's going to make you really, really feel crappy about yourself. But it's for the better. It's for the good of your soul. I love you all. Peace and blessings.